Good morning, everyone. As we're walking through the Heidelberg Catechism, today we're going to start a section on the Ten Commandments. And John Calvin, who's pretty foundational for Reformed branches of Christianity, talked about three different uses of the Ten Commandments or the law. The first two are ones that you see pretty commonly everywhere. It lets us know of our shortcomings, right? When we see the law, we can see how we don't consistently measure up. We don't consistently keep the law. We don't live that way. Number two, it acts as kind of a curb or some checks and balances, some guidelines to try and fit our behavior into because it's better, right? It's better for society. It's better for us to work hard, stay within these guidelines. One thing that Calvin did that's somewhat unique to him is he talked about a third use of the law. And the third use of the law is as a goal, as an anticipation of moving toward this to show believers how to live, right? Not to restrict things and keep them within this boundary, but to try to live into this and to try to pursue this as our response to God's work in our life. And we see this section on the commandments, on the law, in that third part of the Heidelberg Catechism, in gratitude, for exactly that reason. Right? We don't try to keep the law because then we're good enough. We don't keep the law because then maybe we can earn some grace, because you can't earn grace. We look at the law as how we respond to God's grace. We look at the law as how we live in gratitude. So as we read through these, that's the mindset that we want to have here. What does the Lord say in his law? And God spoke all these words. Number one, I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. Number two, you shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Number three, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Number four, remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your manservant or maidservant, nor your animals, nor the alien within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that's in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the seventh day, the Sabbath day, and made it holy. Number five, honor your father and mother, that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Number six, you shall not murder. Number seven, you shall not commit adultery. Number eight, you shall not steal. Number nine, you shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. Number 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, or his maidservant, nor his ox, or his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Question 93, how are these commandments divided? They're divided into two tables. The first has the first four commandments, teaching us what our relationship with God should be. The second has 6 commandments, teaching us what we owe our neighbor. Right? And you think about that, and when they ask Jesus, what's the greatest commandment? He says, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor. Everything in this can be summed up and wrapped up in those ways. Now 2 questions just on that first commandment, and we'll take the rest of them in other days. What does the Lord require in the first commandment? That I, not wanting to endanger my very salvation, avoid and shun all idolatry, magic, superstitious rites, and prayer to saints or to other creatures, that I sincerely acknowledge the only true God, trust him alone, look to him for every good thing, humbly and patiently love him, fear him, and honor him with all my heart. In short, that I give up anything rather than go against his will in any way. And our last one for today, and what is idolatry? Idolatry is having or inventing something in which one trusts in place of or alongside of the only true God who's revealed himself in his word. Having or inventing something that we would substitute for God, or that we would put alongside God. Sometimes when we think of idols, we think back to biblical times where it was an actual physical, tangible object that was prayed to and worshipped. But if we look at the definition here, anything that we place alongside God in our trust. And I wonder, do we sometimes put people in that place? Do we sometimes put our retirement account in that place? Do we sometimes put governments in that place? Where is our sole place of trust? Where is our sole place of hope? What is it that we look to? And that's where the first commandment kind of hits home. And thinking about that third use of the law, out of gratitude for God, out of acknowledgement for what he's done and who he is in our lives, to think through that and to make sure that as I examine myself, that I want to live in such a way that God is my only hope, that God is the only one that I put my ultimate trust in. We'll continue on with this. Minda will be with you tomorrow. Have a great day. God bless you. We love you.